Hello, hello, friends and loved ones. We got a bag of rocks. We're gonna pull some rocks, and my Mars, my kitten, he's gonna do it with us. He's hanging out and taking his little bath. I decided to do it in a strange place because the sunlight's pouring through in a really great way through this window, and so I've got a handful here. We're gonna put them down. Let's see. All right, there you go. Oh, these are some interesting ones. Oh, it's like a little, it's like a little hut, a little carve out in a cave. It almost, it's got this little happy home kind of, or an Asian, you know, little home. That is very neat. Let's look at it from, let's see, that angle there. Let's see this one. That is very interesting. Got a chariot right there. Um, the horse is at the front, and then the chariot is at the back. You can see he's running there. There's the legs. So we have a chariot here, and this side. Very hard. Oh, and then we've got movement. Gathering of people there. Could be working together. And over here on the side, that's so great. Over here on the side, you've got little babies. Little kid right there in daycare. Teacher standing up there teaching. Yeah. Right there is a star. The star's right beneath the chariot. Let's look at another one. Also, looks like dad and baby. In the dark at the very top. It's two figures, a larger figure and a smaller one. And then also another little, do you see how that cutout matches the cutout of the one we just looked at right over here? We've got two of the same little niches, two of the same little like holes that almost, and that one has what, that's a straight hint there. So that's the side where it sits up straight. We want to look at what that side has. You've got the same sort of pecked out features there. So someone's carving out a place for themselves in the world. Like they are moving, or, maybe moving into something that's not perfect. Something that they're having to really almost build or dig out themselves. If you were, in a cave situation, you would be doing a lot of work at this time to make the place ready, to make it livable. I'm going to, you may have a cat. There's a cat there. I see another little star right there. I'm sure you can see that little star right there. Wow. Let me see. Did I cover all the? Yeah, we are. And then there's a, that's also interesting. Well, it's a caravanish kind of thing happening here. Where it looks like you might have a horse-drawn buggy with some people walking behind it. Two people behind it are riding on it. almost maybe one of those standing things. So you might be being carried somewhere as you move. You be traveling back and forth, moving your stuff back and forth. You're, in the car with people, riding with people. So this weekend's looking like a really busy weekend, maybe for many of the collective. Very busy. Also a cat. I also have a cat here. I'm sorry. Let's see. And this is likely a heart as well. Possibly picked up for that reason. And then an arrow. An arrow, you're going the right way. That's so, you see the arrow? This is clearly you're going the right way. This to the left, to the left. Are you going to the left, to the left? And everything you own is in a box to the left. Ah. I have to change placements for my back. Okay. Another little carve out. Look at that. And look, the little person is this time in the carve out. Somebody's moving this weekend for sure. You're moving into a small little cozy place, and it's going to be like your own cave, your own little, like, back in the Dead Sea Scrolls days when they had the little caves. You're fixing that. You're decorating your little cave. You're in there now. Look, backed up in there, safe, and that's so cute. It's just so darn cute. I can't help it. So yeah, you're fixing to be there. Oh, and that's a cutie too. Maybe you might be moving to the woods where there might be some lizards and turtles and little things like that. Which that's a lucky thing. Hey, if you move into the nature, you are definitely going the right way. Right now, definitely the right way. And let's see, yes. Oh yeah, see. And then you have even two people at a table on this one, two people on either edge of the rock, table in the middle. So you will be breaking bread probably for the first time in your new place. Well, congratulations. That's super cool. The chariot here is taking you fast. It's just moving on along, and it's rolling pretty fast this time. Indeed. And as the layers always indicate for me on the rocks, you're starting another. You're moving forward in a new layer. You're moving forward in a new cycle and a new layer of your world. So you're finishing up. You're finishing up what you've been messing with. You're closing it out, and you're starting a new one. And you've been in the old cycle for a really long time. A really long time. These are thick layers. This is somebody sticks with it for a long, long time, and they finally move. They're committed, right? So you're committed, and you're finally getting there. All right. We're gonna pull some tarot cards here in just a second. I'm gonna set my camera up again. Those are your rocks, and we'll see what else this weekend holds. So, what does the collective need to know this weekend? Take that one. The sun. Wow. Okay, if you're a moving collective, this weekend is the sun. This weekend is gonna be. You're gonna get moved in. Your stuff is gonna. You're gonna feel bright inside, and it's just gonna be because you're kind of wrapping up. All the stuff is in the house. It's not that it's all perfect, but maybe where you sleep. Maybe where you sleep might be perfect at this point, or where you're gonna lay your head, and you got the sun coming this weekend where you're gonna be able to maybe sit on your porch on Saturday and go, take a deep breath of relief because you've made this move. This is the Tarot of the Divine, and it just includes different deities from different mythologies around the world. So it's a lot of different images in there from all different countries, and I find that very interesting to look at. As I'll just do my thing here. Oof. Do your thing, do your thing, oh, the sun again. That's crazy, boys. Oh, that's crazy. The sun again. How'd that happen? Okay, so we've got, yeah, okay, the Sun, the Empress, and the Eight of Swords. You're walking away from something, you're moving away from something, and this may be a place that you're living that's just really, you've got to get away from. And the Empress is taking, look at the power in these cards with the Sun here with Ra. I believe that's Ra. I didn't look it up, but and then the Empress. And I believe that's again, as in the biblical tarot, that is Mary, the Mother Mary, Mother of Jesus. So you've walked away from something bad. You've taken on your own power. You've grown something beautiful. You're fixing to become the empress with your own place. You're gonna be planting your own stuff that you love, and you've brought the sun into your life by taking on this move. So good job. This is gonna be a great weekend. This is this is a crazy good read. You've carved out your little hole in the cave for yourself, and you're gonna have it brightly lit and candles on the wall and all the stuff that you need to take care of yourself. And it's gonna be really bright and beautiful and hopeful this weekend. And I hope that that's a welcome change, that maybe it surprises you how bright and how majestic it is, because like I said, it's a lot of divinity. There's a lot of sun in those cards, a lot of power in those cards, a lot of bright orange there. What do you need to remember? I have one more little new deck I've been fiddling with, and it's for memorization of the star signs and things like that. It's just for practice. It's got a lot of information on it. The advice: strength. Yeah, hold out, because it's hard when you're moving all your stuff, and inevitably every time you're gonna break something that you love every single time. I mean, this is strength, bravery. This is what Spirit has said. Well, the sun's moving, boys. All right. Bravery, courage, focus, persuasion, influence, energy, overcoming an obstacle. So that's exactly what this weekend is about. And the sun is this card right here. Strength, the sun. If you're a Leo, or you're moving in with a Leo, but you got fire happening this weekend. I will patiently resolve conflicts and contradictions. Strength, it looks like they're doing to me always. They're trying to give that animal a pill. Strength, trying to get that pill down their throat. Is always what I think of when I see that card. All right, y'all have a good weekend. This is a fun little read. I enjoy doing that. We'll try to do that more often. Pick up the rocks and play with them and see if it gives us an overall message, so that we can have a good weekend. It's beautiful outside. See you guys later. If you enjoyed this video, you like playing with the rocks, you like doing the readings, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'd love to hear some comments. I'd love to have some comments, especially about the rock stuff, because you guys can see things with the light that you're viewing through that I can't see. The rocks morph as the different lights, and you view them different ways. That what you see on them morphs. So you may have seen something on one of those rocks that specifically was like, oh, I know what that is. And by all means, I'd love to hear, because that's one of the most fun parts of working with the rocks, because they're just ever evolving. So please like, share, and subscribe, and come back and see me again. Thanks.